All right, so you've got this beautiful Empress here. First card in your past is this beautiful Empress up here. Peace, abundance, and so you've got this beautiful Sun card in the middle. I can't help but look at that. Very, very nice reading. I can see that already. I think that's where you're coming into. I think you're coming into this place of peace, really nice place. And it's been a long time coming, actually. You've had a really up and down year. I think it's been a big year for you, actually. There's a motorbike going past. So it's been a big year for you. I'm seeing two big choices here, actually. I'm seeing, the Lovers can be about choices. So that's just under here as well. Two of Swords can be about choices. Two of Pentacles can be about choices. So I think you've had two choices in this year. Two different big things. There's one big career choice, and I think that's really shifted your life. You've really changed because of that career choice you've made. The other thing I'm getting is I'm getting a love connection you've moved on from, and you've moved on for good from them. That's it. That's the end of that. It feels like there's someone around you now. It feels like there's a little bit of stress around that. But yeah, I'll talk about that later. I want to come to that later because this is in your past. But what I want to know before I move on to that, what I want to tell you is, if you're in a relationship now, if you've got someone around you now, there is love there. They love you, right? So I don't know why, I felt as if I had to say that to someone. It feels like someone's upset, someone's doubting someone's love here. So if you are in a relationship and you feel that everything's okay, you're just a little bit unsure about something for some reason, deep down they do love you. So I'm getting that for someone here. So, okay, so back to this thing I'm seeing here with your past and this hard choice. There was a hard choice you had to make when it came to love. You had to walk away from someone. Now, you might have even moved away, because I'm seeing traveling, I'm seeing moving here. It feels like you've moved from them. And, you've got this Two of Wands here where this man's looking out. He's thinking, I don't want to be here anymore. Let's move along. So I think that's what you've done. And, it's really funny because you have, well, it's not funny, but I think it happens to you a lot where you end up with people who are quite distant from you. So sometimes you end up with people who are far away from you, literally, physically far away in another place. Sometimes you end up with people who feel distant from you. And I think that's been a pattern in your life. And what I'm getting with you is you try and fill that up, or it's like people that are in a relationship with you, they start moving away and you move forward. You want to close that gap. It's almost like you're chasing them. And I think that's what's happened with this axe. I think that's why you eventually moved on from this person. It's like, I'm looking for love. I'm looking for water. This is what I'm getting. I need to be filled up. I feel a bit empty. And so this axe that you were with, they weren't doing that. They weren't filling you up. They weren't showing you. They weren't giving you that feeling that they wanted to fill you up. And what I'm getting is, you thought they were. But you had to come to them. You had to come close to them to find that. And what I'm getting is, it's a little bit like, when you see in movies and you see a desert, and there's a mirage, and the very thirsty person's kind of crawling along in the desert, and they come to this water, and it's actually a mirage. So they think they're seeing water and there's nothing there. That's what happened to you. You thought this person was going to fill you up. You thought they were going to give you love. Maybe they said that to you. They moved away. You came toward them thinking you were going to go toward that water, but it actually wasn't there, that it was a mirage. That's what I'm seeing happen to you with this axe. So I'm getting a couple of things. I don't like talking about exes, but I feel as if I need to talk about this because I think it illustrates something with you. I think that was a huge catalyst for you to realize something about yourself. Now, it's still there a little bit, but this is what I'm getting here if this is you. Now, I hope this is going to make sense to you, because what's happening now is my eye is being led across the diagonal. So it's being led from the Empress to the Sun card in the middle, down to the bottom right hand corner where the Strength card is. So that's where my eye's going. So it's happening to me a lot. Someone complained that I don't say one card and the next card and the next card. I used to do that a lot, but now I find my eye just wanders around and it wants to kind of prove a point and show you different things. So that's what I'm getting. So there's a diagonal. So I think this is what made you realize why you would always doing the chasing in relationships. If this resonates with you, it resonates with someone here. So with this Empress here in the top left-hand corner, obviously this is a mother. So I think you had a parent, might have been two parents, or it was someone who was in that role for you. And it feels like you always had to, it feels like you always had to try and earn their approval or earn their love. You couldn't be yourself. That's how you felt. You had to keep earning. You had to earn. You had to do more. You had to be more to get their love. It might be that they moved away from you. It might be that they ignored you. It might be that they just they saw your worth in things like getting good results on your exams or something like that. But you always felt as if you had to do something, to prove your love. And you can see right in the middle there, you've got that child. So you've got the parent with the Empress, and in the middle you've got the child on the Sun card. And also on that Sun card, there's a breakthrough. So I think this year you've had that breakthrough. I think this is why I chase people. I think this is why I do that. And I've always done that because I've always found myself in that role growing up. I have to be the chaser. I have to fill in the gap. I have to go after the person. I have to get their approval. I have to jump through hoops. I have to do lots and lots of things to prove that I love this person. Otherwise, they won't love me. That's what I'm getting now. And in the Strength card, when you realize that, when you have that breakthrough in the Sun card, that's when you realize, no, the only way I'm going to get that love, the only way I'm going to be able to give and receive love properly is to give love to myself. And so that's what's happening in the Strength card. You're giving that love to yourself now. Very innocent, very beautiful love. And you can see in the Strength card, that's also like a parent and a child. That's what you should have had if that's you. That's what you're giving to yourself now. And I think that's a huge thing. If that resonates with you, that is a huge turning point that's happened to you this year. And it's come out of that relationship you've had with that ex. And that's why I'm talking about that ex. So there's that. And there's also that work turning point you've already made already. So I really hope that makes sense to someone. That's kind of what I'm getting there. The other thing is also with this Strength card, I'll just go back to that again. If you've broken a chain, if that's you, if you've got children, you do everything, absolutely everything you can to show them that they don't need to prove their love. They don't need to do anything to get your love. You'll give it to them freely. You give them your love freely. You'll give them your attention freely. And they know that. I just want you to know, they know that about you if you're a parent, and they feel that from you. They feel a lot more secure than you did when you were growing up, if that's you. Okay, so let's move on from that now. I know it's just for some people. All right, so I'm just looking at this Two of Swords. So yeah, you've made a big decision, I think, in work. You've been at a new place. Now I think, or you're at a new job, or you've done something new, might be a business. Now, if you're in a business, or you're thinking of branching out on your own, or you're thinking of expanding, or you're thinking of making a big decision around that, it might even be that you're trying to go for a promotion in your job. It's something expanding. So it's where you are now, you're trying to expand into something else. You've already made a big decision in your work. That was successful if that's you. Now you're trying to expand on that. So what I'm getting here is, with this work thing, I'm getting someone who might be trying to give you lots of advice. Now I'm getting family here as well. So it might be that one of these parents who weren't all that great. They didn't make you feel all that secure. Actually, you felt quite insecure growing up, if that's you. So it might be one of those parents or someone in your family trying to give you work advice, because I'm getting this, oh, do this, oh, do that. When I used to do this years ago, it was this and that. And you're thinking, that's irrelevant. That's not relevant to now. Why are you telling me that? So I think the way you are toward this person that's giving you advice, for two reasons. I think you think this is irrelevant advice. That's one. The other one is, when I grew up with you, you didn't listen to me. I had to do all the work for you, and now you're pushing your advice on me, and I don't want to listen to that. And you can see this woman in the Two of Swords. She's got her arms crossed, she's saying no, she's got her swords up, she's resistant to what someone's telling her. So what I have to tell you is, I think if you open your eyes and you open your ears to this person, and I'm not saying listen to everything they say, but I think with this particular work or job decision, I think they do know a couple of things that might be worth listening to. So, you might have to throw away some rubbish to get to the useful parts. I think there's a little diamond in there. There's a diamond in the middle of a pile of rocks, actually. So they might tell you a whole lot of things that are irrelevant, but there's a little diamond in there somewhere. So if that's you, if you've got someone, in your ear trying to tell you what to do, I think you might have to brave that irrelevant thing and the annoyance of them telling you that, and just sit and listen. And then I think you might actually find some useful information in there. You are trying to move into something new. The other thing I'm getting here is, it might be stressful to you to have people tell you what to do in your work, because I'm getting something really beautiful here. I'm getting something quite different here. It's a beautiful, warm feeling for someone. Okay, it might be about someone who is not on this earth. I'm just getting that feeling. If you don't like those kinds of messages, some people don't, move forward now, because that's what I'm getting. Okay, so with this decision, it's a career decision, it's business, it's money, it's something like that. You're not sure what to do. Now, there's a mentor here. It's someone you used to go to, you used to look up to, you used to go and come to them for advice, or you used to go to them for advice, I should say. And they're always there, and they know all about this. And I think you're finding yourself, if this is you, you're saying, oh, I wish so-and-so was here. I wish this person was here. I wish I could tell them. I wish I could ask them what to do. They know exactly what to do. So if that's you, this is what I want to tell you here. This is what I'm getting. I'm feeling a big sense of pride here. So I just want you to know this person's proud of you. The other thing is that they're absolutely watching over you. They're not here to give you that advice. But I think if you can meditate, if you can do that, or if you just shut your eyes, take some time out, get some time to yourself, if you do that, and take as long as you need, take a whole night, whole afternoon, whatever you need, get some quiet time to yourself, lie down, think about that person, think about the problem, and just try and relax your mind. And I think if you do that, the idea might come to you, or the solution might come to you. Because what I'm getting is, someone's really watching over you, and I think it's this person. They watch over you. They're there to help you. They're actually helping you, whether you realize that or not, if that's you. You're loved. That's the other thing. They really love you. But you need to just let the help come in. So you need to get your head away from everyone else. I know I said you should listen to that other person. I do think they have something useful to tell you. But I think also take that time to yourself, and I think the real good help is going to come into you, because you're being watched over, loved, cared spiritually, if that's you. I'm really feeling that really, really strongly there. Yeah, you're being watched over. All right, I'm not going to say any more about that. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go to your present. You've got the Two of Wands up there in your present. So yeah, you can see that literally. This is about being at a crossroads. So it's like, I know I've got the whole world in front of me, but I'm not sure exactly which way to go. Should I go this way or that way? I can see that there are all these options, but I'm not sure what to do. So yeah, again, you're being helped, you're being watched over, you're being guided, and yeah, you're not supposed to stand back. You're supposed to just go forward and do everything you can to move forward. What I'm getting here is, I'm getting this message that you might be underestimating yourself. You might be thinking, oh, I want to do this, I'm not sure what to do. Maybe that's why you're so indecisive. again, I think if that was you again, I think if you do go into that time where you meditate, you get that time for yourself, not only is that idea going to come into you, I'm seeing this again here, I think you're going to have more confidence when it comes to your work and decisions and things like that. That's going to come in to you as well, and that's better than any advice. If you've got confidence, if you're sure about yourself, if you're sure about where you want to go and what you want to do, that's better than any advice, because that confidence will help you in any decision you need to make. So I think if you meditate, that confidence will come in, and I'm getting this really beautiful warm feeling. It's like it's going to flood into you, and it feels very warm. So if you start meditating, if you just lie down, you think about all that, you get that warm feeling, that's the energy coming in, that's the help coming into you. So I just hope that helps you or someone. Okay, so yeah, I said I wasn't going to say any more about that, so I'm not going to. It just kept on coming in. Right, so, okay, so so there's all this love around you. There's spiritual love around you. It's always around you. Always the spiritual love. There's physical love around you as well. I'm getting this here. And I think for you, again, it's not easy for you to accept love from other people. And I think that might be because of your upbringing, which is what I was getting before. Yeah, you're not the chaser anymore. You've learned not to be the chaser. You don't chase anymore. But I think there's still this little part inside you that's a bit like, well, should I chase? Should I chase? You know, I don't do that anymore, but am I really good enough? Do they really want me? You know, so you've still got that little bit of lack of confidence in there. And that just takes time to get away from. That just takes time to move on from. I think you're part of the way there if that's you, but you've just got a little bit farther to go. So, yeah, I've seen this relationship before in the Empress, and I'm seeing it again here. So if that's you in this relationship or some kind of love connection, yeah, I think just if they move away from you, if you ever feel any slight bit of them moving away, or they sound a bit off in something they say, or if they don't text you back soon, or something happens, if you're feeling anxiety around that, again, I want to say this, and I was getting this before, they've got love for you. There's love in this connection. Now, I think for you, you probably like them to show you that a bit more. Maybe they're not showing you that, or they're not telling you that as much as you'd really like. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting here. But what I want to tell you is, if you've got this anxiety inside you, okay, let's just say if they did tell you that, just say they came in and they said, oh, I want to be with you forever. I love you so much. This is, you know, if they came in with all that with you, I think if they did that, there's still a part of you that might be questioning. It'd be like, oh, do they really mean that? Oh, is that, you know, and the thing is, you're right. You're right to expect them to tell you those things. You're right to expect expressions of love to come in. You are 100% right to expect that. But I think because you've still got that little piece inside you, that little bit of lack of confidence, even if they did that, you'd still be like, well, do they really mean it? So it doesn't matter what they say. I think you'd still have that inside you. So I think you've got to complete what was already started in you this year with that strength card down the bottom right again. You started filling yourself up. I don't think you've completed that process yet. So I think you've got to keep on with that process. So for some people, if this is resonating with you, for some people it might mean you have to go and get some kind of therapy. It might mean that you have to just relax more. It might mean that you have to meditate more and let this guide come in and help you, because they're there to help you. They love you. A lot of different things. It might be that you need to write more. Just think of anything that you can think of that might help you. Try and do those things. Try and give yourself that love. That's what you need to do. And again, I'm not saying, oh, you should just accept any old thing. If they don't tell you they love you, just put up with it. It's all your fault. No, I don't think it's your fault. But I think that, you know, whatever they do, you're still going to have that inside you unless you fill that void yourself. Now, you've already started doing that, so you know how to do this. You've just got to keep going. That's what I'm getting for someone here. I really, really hope that makes sense. This is a very complicated kind of psychological reading so far. I don't mean it, it's just happening. So yeah, I think also as well, you'll be able to accept more love, not just from this connection, but from anyone. You'll be able to accept compliments. When someone says, "Oh, you look great today," "Oh, that's great, that thing you've done." Instead of saying, "Oh no, it's not really," you'll be able to say, "Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is great. I'm good at this." So there might be a little bit of tension between you. Okay, what I'm getting here is, I think these words are going to come in. I think they're going to come in and say something, this love connection, if this is you. Yeah, I'm getting beautiful words, absolutely beautiful words. Yeah, this is exactly what you want to hear. There's still that little bit inside you that might not believe them. And I think there's that bit inside you that wants a guarantee of stability. It's like, I want that guarantee. I want them to tell me that they're going to be there forever. I haven't had that yet. I'm still up and down. And, if you look at this man in the Seven of Pentacles down here, that's what he's doing. He's looking at the coins. He's thinking, do I have this? Do I have this stability? Is it mine? Is it enough? Have I built it up enough? What have I got in front of me? So, okay, this is what I'm getting. I think when they come in and give you these words, it might be in the way of, because I'm getting something, they're beautiful words and they have feelings, I'm getting that. They might come in the form of, when you're joking around or messing about, or you're in relaxed mode, or when you're laughing about something, or it's kind of going to come out in an unexpected way like that. And I'm just looking at this child here in the Sun card. So they've got love, they've got passion. You can see that big red banner here. But I think when they tell you these words, they might come out in a bit of a funny way. So I think you might say, oh, that maybe they were just joking, or maybe they were messing around and it came out. But what I have to tell you is, the words they say are true, 100% true. So when they say those words to you, believe the words. They are 100% true. They mean what they say. And I feel as if I have to really, really say that to you. When the words come out, they are true. So that's what I have to say to someone here. Just like a child. So they're coming out in a silly way, in a funny way maybe, or maybe you're messing around, laughing. I don't know, it's something, or you're relaxed doing something trivial. I don't know. They're going to come out very spontaneously and just say this. They might say, "I love you." They might be laughing, and then they say, "I love you." It's something like that. And when you think about a child, that's what they're like. They come out and say things spontaneously. Sometimes they embarrass you. Sometimes if you've ever been in public with a child, sometimes they say things like, "Oh, look at that ugly lady over there." Really embarrassing. And you say, "Oh no, what have they said now?" But it's true. It's probably true. So what they have to say, even though it might sound a bit silly, it is 100% true. It's going to come out. Don't doubt what they have to say. I'm sorry, I just feel as if I have to keep on repeating that to someone here. Okay, right, so the first card you've got for your future is this Two of Pentacles here. So I'm just going to talk about these two together, this and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting a tiny thing here, but it's an important thing here for someone. If you're writing something, it feels like something quite important that you're trying to send off to something. It might be an email, might be a letter. It's something quite important. It feels important. It might be an assignment or something like that. Go and recheck what you've written before you send it off. I'm seeing two things you're going to want to change. Might be more than that. Go and read through everything before you send it off. If it's sitting there, just read it one more time before you do that. If you've already sent something off, that's not for you. Don't worry. There's nothing to worry about. This is for people who haven't done that yet. They're on the verge of sending something off. So please check, because sometimes this Two of Pentacles is about words getting mixed up and everything messing up and not being sure. Go through the words very carefully before you send that off, if that is you. Okay, now I'm getting this love connection. What I'm getting is you're still going to be feeling a bit up and down in your confidence around this love, which is exactly what this Two of Pentacles is doing. He's not very confident. He's going up and down in his feelings. He's looking at the coins. He's looking at the stability, and he's thinking, I want this stability. I want it forever. I want the infinity symbol. I want to have this forever. But he's not sure. He's kind of going up and down. Have I got this? Have I not? I don't know. And, you know, I think part of the reason why you've got that lack of confidence, again, I think if that was you growing up, it's because of that. The other reason, I think, is because of the sex. You know, broken promises, all that kind of thing. You had that crash behind you, which is what's behind this man in the Two of Pentacles. You've got these two ships that are going to crash. I think what's going to happen at some time in the future, now it's quite a while down in the future, I think, might even be next year. Down the line, after this person, this love connection, after they tell you these beautiful, beautiful words in a kind of a spontaneous, a bit of a silly way. It's going to seem silly, but the words are 100% true. I need to say that again. After that happens, down the line from that, I think they're going to come in and they're going to want to have a conversation with you. I think it's going to be a little bit more serious. I think they're going to talk about coming together in a more permanent way. That's what I'm seeing in that Ace of Swords. You've got a couple here, you've got two opposites with those leaves on the two sides, you've got a conversation, you've got a sword in the middle, which might be your confidence problem. So you might be able to talk about that, you might be able to get that out of the way, they might be able to reassure you. It's definitely about clarity, this card. So you're going to get clarity on things, on where your future is. And they're going to get some clarity on you and why you lack that confidence, maybe why you act in the way you do. So you're both going to get clarity in this conversation. Now it's going to come from them. They're going to come and ask you this, but first they're giving you this silly, it's not, I shouldn't say silly, because they really mean everything they say and they're absolutely beautiful words. But you're going to love those words. You're going to think about them around and round in your head. You're still going to have that little bit of a lack of confidence after that with this Two of Pentacles. But then you're going to come into this time where they're going to say, okay, let's have a proper conversation. Let's have that conversation. And I think after you've had that conversation, that's when you're going to realize, yes, I've got that love that comes from me in the Strength card, and it's also coming from them as well. And you can see in the Two of Pentacles and in the Strength card, you've got the infinity symbol in both of those. So this is something that's really, really, really going to last. It is absolutely going to last. But don't, if this is you, when they tell you these beautiful words, and it might be, I love you, it's something like that. When they say that, in a silly way, I want you to believe it. I don't want you to doubt. I don't want you to walk away from this, because in the future, you're going to have a more serious conversation if that's you.